True Stories Based on Fiction, first YouTube episode.
So once again, but not really once again.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a review of Nightfall, or Batman Nightfall by Denny O'Neil, today on True Stories Based on Fiction.
Hey, what up, man?
Not much. So this is going to be kind of like our first video wrestling with Ring.
And I think I was asked the first question, who my favorite music artist is, and I would say UGK.
Let's see, my favorite music artist is Dave Matthews Band. Follow them a lot, listen to them all through high school, all through college. Listen to every one of their albums. One of the few bands I haven't seen live yet, which sucks, but I have a lot of their live albums. Yeah, Dave Matthews.
Changed it, or if they repurposed it. But this picture here is definitely the Tim Drake Robin that's inside of the box, and it even says, from the box, Robin, trademark. This dynamic gallery diorama of Robin, aka Tim Drake.
People that are higher ups at publishers like Valiant, Marvel, and DC saying things like, if you voted for Trump, like Dan Slott, he's a writer, if you voted for Trump, I don't want your fucking money, right? Why would you alienate your customer, right? Why would you do that? Like, your customer is buying your book and likes your work, but now you're insulting them for who they voted for, right? You get someone like Heather Antos saying that we have the worst fans. America has the worst fans. Why do you insult your fans, right? Like, there's this whole sort of like control thing happening, and I feel like Comicsgate, first off, got the all of that bad rap out of it's easier to name call than it is to actually like deal with issues. Mm-hmm. So they name call, so you can paint them with that brush.
This is my quarantine beard, and Randy and I are back again with 5 more questions from our Q&A session. So question number 1 is who is my favorite actor? And for favorite actor, I would say is Idris Elba. I think I said his name right, and that's because he hasn't been bad at anything in probably the last 10 years or so. And so Luther is in my top 5 favorite shows of all time. Well, maybe not top 5, but it's up there for sure.
Of all time, it would have to be Al Pacino. So my favorite movie is Godfather. Al Pacino's in that, but he's been in a lot of movies I've loved. Great actor. Scarface, The Irishman, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Donnie Brasco. Recently, he's been that new Amazon series, Hunters, which is great series. Yeah, Al Pacino.
The book is about the most. It is probably the most violent superhero comic book I've ever read, and that's some of why it's the best, because they do not hold back on the action and violence and blood and gore. And this is a very bloody and gory figure. So now that it's open, it does seem to be, well, open meaning out of the box. It does seem to be close to the same size as most of your typical, I think they call it 3¼ inch action figures are. It just has a very small package. That didn't sound right. Very small box packaging. And
Storylines on SmackDown in the past few months, but I don't think that necessitates a Money in the Bank win.
Not at all. All this would only make sense to me if he cashes in for a tag team match, which would switch up how Money in the Bank works.
My favorite place to shop, which may be surprising and may upset some people in the audience, but honestly, Amazon.com, because they have the best deals, and with what's going on in the world right now, I see the importance of having that Amazon Prime.
To go along with Evan on here is Amazon.com. That's always the first place I look. That's super easy. They have pretty much everything, especially with everything going on right now. It makes it super easy to get stuff for the house, for the home. Yeah, Amazon.com.
I want
talk about it much because you've seen it before. The star of my first unboxing video, and that is the Robin Tim Drake statue from Diamond Select Collectibles. And as you see, it's a great statue and looks good on the shelf. So that's the first one. Next, we'll do his mentor. I'm a little bit out of frame here, but here it is. Batman of the Bat Host, and this is my beard. It's not really a quarantine beard anymore. It's not really groomed, but it's just a beard at this point. But today, we're continuing our series of unboxing videos. So we'll call it Lockdown Unboxing. And that is going to be for a sale that I found on the website called Zavvi. Zavii, I think it is. One of my favorite websites to buy merch from, because their prices are always very economical, and they have great products. So they had a promotion.
Bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Truth in advertising.
All right. There we go. So once again, you can see the egg there in the cross section.
Yeah, I did like the freshly cracked egg.
Mm-hmm. I prefer the biscuit to the croissant.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
much to it.
kind of a letdown compared to the other two we've seen so far.
Yep.
As far as detail wise, I mean, I get whether it's a leather jacket, green leather jacket, I guess. Maybe. This is 1980s as well.
Yes.
So this one's 1990.
1990. That is like a little more 90s, I would say.
I wonder what the first one was. We'll have to go back and look.
Yeah.
See what the date on it was. But
And are these all by the same
artist.
Okay.
Seward Johnson. Or Seward Johnson. I didn't realize how crazy he actually was, though, until watching that Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah. He's a wrestler only so he can legally hurt people.
Yeah.
Because what he did to Gypsy Joe was holy. Obviously. But
Oh, man.
one of these days we'll sit down again and do an episode on that entire season. I still haven't watched the Owen Hart finale though.
I watched it. It was good.
I think that everybody heard too much. Like Owen Hart is in my top. I'm not sure if he's in my top 5 back when they are top 5, but like he's in my top rung of wrestlers. In the beginning.
It was more flavor forward
Yep.
than the Cajun ones.
On the back end. He's actually.
Actually, I like the hot wing. I like it.
I've tried these 3 before already because I've had them for about a week now.
Mm-hmm.
And the hot wings before wasn't that great, but now it's really good.
Yeah.
I'm liking it. I'm digging it.
No, I can get down with that.
Which I oddly
I remember Ice Train.
Did wrestling thing ever. Ice Train was also
Teddy Long, what's up, player?
for appearing in a
Tag team match.
He was featured in a team
Because it was him and Scott Norton with Fire and Ice.
Oh, I do remember Fire and Ice.
At the Great American Bash in 1996, they had a title.
Isn't it like a glacier costume?
Pre-glacier.
My glasses. So I'm blind as a bat, as they say. I have my very powerful contacts in right now, but those I can loop out. But if I ran out of contacts and didn't have these glasses, I can see. So this isn't a really fun one. This is just a medical condition, my near blindness. So with no contacts, I definitely need my prescription glasses, and the prescription is very strong. That's what I'm thinking
Mellow
of.
yellow.
That's what I'm thinking of. This is more akin mellow yellow. The Mountain Dew. Now, who makes mellow yellow?
Is that Coke? Is that Coke's thing?
Now, Coke especially, it's like the WWE. They bought up all of the smaller pop brands.
You don't find mellow yellow too many places anymore, though.
No.
There's
Very small.
a handful of places that I know I could get it in like a fountain drink.
Yes. It's more prevalent in fountains. I feel like.
Aaron earned an iron earned.
Yep. Aaron earned an iron. Aaron earned an iron earned is what this gentleman should be saying.
starting now.
I said, Baltimore accents, say this phrase out loud. Earn. Hold on, what? Earn. Damn, what the fuck are you talking about? Earn. Earn. What? Aaron earned an iron. Earn. No, dummy. Earn. An iron. Yes.
Wait, was there like a tag team match? A female tag team match in there too? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, there was Sasha and Bailey versus Nia and Shayna Baszler.
And did they win?
Shayna and Nia won. Yeah.
And the thing about real quick here, AEW and Impact are getting too packed too. Like there's too much talent. There's too much talent in wrestling right now because there's not room for everybody who gets screwed over from WWE to go to AEW.
Nope.
Especially if they're trying to build their own stars. Besides Matt Cardona, he's the only person I can think of who has deflected, who's getting like a lot of screen time. Because is the Revival getting like a lot of screen time?
Yeah. FTR. They're in the tag title match at the pay-per-view on Saturday.
Oh, what does FTR stand for?
Hey, yo, when she leave the house mad and come back in a good mood and hop straight in the shower. Something seems very suspicious.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta kill it, bro.
Just straight face.
You say that, I say financial entanglement.
That's real. That's real.
It's not wrong.
I'm just tied up right
Tax
now.
man. So we do like a basting technique to where we can kind of infuse the sauce on said nuggets.
Soft.
Okay.
All right. Finish the nugget. Not that it was a contest. It was not a contest.
Water's not gonna help, bro. I forget with these kind of peppers, you don't need water, you need milk.
All right. I have a feeling if I drink the water, I'm gonna be worse now.
Yes.
Because of your reaction. You got the hiccups?
Yes.
Oh, whoa. Okay, my mouth's on fire.
I'll get some milk.
All right.
Oh.
Napalm. It was actually a bit humorous for a nanosecond, as it was just beyond anything I could imagine possible. And it went on for hours. I felt violated when it was over, which I think might have been sometime in the early morning of the next day. There was stuff coming out of me that I ate at my wedding in 2005. I had 5 pounds of these innocent-looking, delicious-tasting hellbears. So I told a friend about what happened to me, thinking it had to be some type of sensitivity I had to the
book superhero genre that I've seen in quite some time. I don't think I can recommend this show any more than I have already.
So far, but things can sneak up on you.
I breathe.
It's clearing up my sinuses, but that's not a bad thing.
Not like the hot one did.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't that bad. It's like Dead Sea Ice, but like a little bit stronger.
Third host back with another Minuteman review. This time we're going to talk about Justice League Dark, The Apocalypse War, the animated feature that is part of the DC Universe animated feature line. The best way to describe it would be, it is Avengers Endgame in animated form, and if Avengers Endgame made sense.
Having Ross sleeping with each other every night, going out to eat together, doing shit together, me asking you to have my kids, me saying I love you, don't mean we're together, would be great.
It's a verbal commitment.
Son, you are crazy.
No, I mean, it's a sparkling wine. It's not horrible. Definitely keeping the bottle, because that's the collector's item right there.
Mm-hmm.
The cork.
Based off a semi-autobiographical novel from the 1950s, I believe, and it has been adapted to this graphic novel. It's a story of basically the first guy who uses his masculine wiles to shack up with women and ruin their lives, but it also shows that he's cursed and he has a lack of empathy, so he's also a sociopath. The artwork is amazing, the writing is amazing, and it definitely is a good entry point to the works of Junji Ito. And I think that it's probably one of the best novels I've read this year. Graphic or pro.
I guess Barbie Quinn with my honey chips.
Barbecuing with my honey.
The only way that Little Romeo will have any type of branding opportunities is if his father is on the board of the company. It is they say that there is no such thing as black privilege or black nepotism. This is nepotism at its finest. Little Romeo hasn't had a hit or anything since 2002, and he was trashed then.
There's people who listen to the podcast know Deathstroke is one of my favorite characters, and he has one of the most interesting and rich backstories and current story of any comic book character. He's a true villain, not an anti-hero. That is one of the things about this movie I did not like, the fact that it kind of painted him as an anti-hero versus a villain who can sometimes lead his own book or movie. Other than that, the animation is a little weak in terms of what I have come to expect from the DC animated universe, but besides that, it is an amazing movie, and I like the graphic novel. Miracle Man Volume 1 of Dream of Flying by Alan Moore and various artists. The artists are Alan Davis, Jonathan Toberman, I think I butchered his name, among others. So the book is comprised of the first 5 issues of the Miracle Man comic book from Eclipse Comics, which was a reprint of the Marvel Man short stories, you would say, from the anthology book Warrior, published in